Hi guys, welcome to another Divi theme video. This is Jamie from System 22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. We got another bit of good news for you today. Elegant Themes, the folks behind the Divi theme here, have just released 7 table designs for Divi 5 and it's an absolutely free download. I'll put this URL down below. I downloaded one just to test it out and here it is. Really nice looking, really easy to implement and download and customize to your needs. And I'll take you through the whole thing, how to download, import, and then customize it so you can use it for your needs. Well, let's get started. I'm going to edit this page with Divi. And if we roll down, here's the one I imported just now. Let's get rid of this and we'll start from scratch. Okay. So once you get to this page, you're going to want to see what they've got going on down here. Have a look at the video, read the page. If you just want to preview, we've got a table of contents here. We can just hit the preview and roll down. That's the one I use for mine today. And as you can see, they've got several different variants here. To download, just go back up here. We can hit download 7 style tabs. Now I've got a button showing. If it's the first time you've come here, you may have a little box that asks you for your email. I'm already signed into my account over here. Once you put your email in, you'll get this button to download the files. Simply left click on it. It'll download them to your default download location. Great. Once downloaded, navigate to your downloads folder. It's going to download as a zip file here, so we need to extract it. I'm just going to right click and extract here. And it's going to extract to a little folder called styled. If I double click on that, just left clicking, it's got our JSON files. And we've got table 1 through 7 here. If you want to upload all of them, you can do that easily with this one here that says all behind it, funnily enough. How are we going to get them into our site? Really easy. If we navigate to our dashboard now, once at the dashboard, we want to go down to Divi, and then we want to go down to Divi Library, just down here. Just left click. It's going to take you to this page. Here's the one I imported before. Let's just get rid of that. Okay, to import, we need to go up to the top over here where it says import and export. Just left click. We want to import, so we want to click on the import tab here. I'm going to drag whichever file I want over to where it says no file selected here, or you can hit choose file and browse to your download location that way if you want to. So I'm just going to pull this back over here. Let's go with number 1 again. That's the one I used before. I'm just going to left click, I'm going to drag it, I'm going to release where it says no file selected. As you can see, it's there now. I'm not going to import the presets. I'm just going to hit the import Divi builder layout. And this is a fairly quick process. It'll just reload the page once it's done it. And there we have it. As you can see, we've got our little style table section 1. If we look over here, it tells us it's a section. It's not a row. It's just not an individual module. And it's not a page layout. It's a section layout. So we can go back to our page now. Remember, I opened it in the builder. And we'll add a new section. Little blue button to add a section here. I want to add from the library. Now, if you click on here and you don't see it, just go back and refresh your page. I'm going to go ahead and reload. As I opened the builder before we actually imported that, it's probably still showing my last one. As we didn't save, our section is still there, so we can get rid of that. Again, I'm going to go down, hit the little blue button. Add from library. There it is. Left click on it. Use this section. Roll on down. And there it is. It's imported it perfectly. Now to see what's going on here, let's take a look at it in wireframe view. Go up to the left hand side, we've got wireframe view here. Now it looks like we've got a group module. I'd say it's set to flex with the direction to the right because we've got an image, then a heading. You look in there. Yeah, there's the image, there's the heading. Design layout. Yeah, it's set to go from left to right. Fantastic. Then we have an email or whatever it was, and some various information, and a little button to take you where you wanted to go. This is all very well. Let's go back to the regular site. But of course, you may not have somebody called Lisa Fisher. So these aren't going to do you much good. To edit one, Here's the group module, the gray tab. Just going to left click on there. We're in the group. If we look in the content, we should have that header and image. There they are. First thing we're going to do is want to swap out her image for one of your real team members. And there it is right there. I left click on that. It's going to open our media library. Now, the first thing you want to notice is these are all square images. And they've used one-to-one images because it's really easy to make them into the circles like they've got there. You can do that with some radius. So I'd suggest you use square images for this. So let's grab one of our own. I've got a nice square image here. Let's just drag it in, left click, drag it and release. And there it is right there. Perfect. We'll upload that image. As you can see, it's changed it there. But of course, that's not her name. Let's put her name in. We go back with a little back arrow now and take us back to the group and the elements. Names in the heading here. Just go under text. Give her a name. Sounds like a real person, doesn't it? There we go. And of course, you can do the same for these right here. That's just a text module with an email address in it. Put her email address in there, obviously. Same with the position right here. We just click on this module. There it is. I'll leave that just like that. I'm sure you know how to change that. We've got one here that's, I guess, level 1 or level 2 or whatever it is. If you have trouble going into it, we can just easily go back to wireframe mode. Make sure we're in the right one. Here it is right here. There's the L1. We can change it right here. Looks like, if I flip back here, it's only set to handle 2 letters. If I put more than that in there, it breaks it. And of course, if you want to get rid of it, just select it, hit the little 3 dots. You can just delete it. I'll leave it there though. Let's undo that. Control Z. Perfect. So we put our own in there, which is great. What if you want to add another one or delete one? Or to delete one, just delete the row right here. To add a new one, so add another one below Jason down here. Let's go into the row itself and let's clone it with the 2 little squares there. Or duplicate it, left click. We got one down below. And we can just go in there and edit that to our heart's need. Remember, it's the group module. Image. And we'll put our own fella in there. Remember, I'm using square images for this again. Upload. And of course, we can go back, change his name, etc., just like we did before. Another great name here. And you know how to edit the rest of those. The only one I didn't cover there was a view, which is just a link. Of course, we didn't change the link for any of these, but I'm sure you know how to do that. It's just a button that they've got going on here. We go inside the button itself. Again, make sure we're on the right one. It's the last one. Text. It's going to say view. And of course, you just want to put in the link wherever you want to take people where they click on it. When you're happy, we can flip back. Great. Well, presuming you've got your little grid looking the way you want it and you've entered all your team members or however you want to use this, you might want to edit the text up here. Again, just click on it. Dark tab for the module. Over in content, it's text. Just make me say our team. And of course, you can change the font to whatever you want. Over in design here, it's a heading. It's an H2, obviously. Change the font, just left click on here. Roll over any of these, it'll give you an example, and there's plenty to choose from here. Once you're happy, just click on it. I'll leave mine as it is. And of course, you can change the position and the weight of it up here and whatever color you want. I'm going to change that to a white because let's change that background out. So I'm going to go ahead and reset it with a little circle arrow there. I'm just going to make it white. Perfect. And just to make our background a little more interesting, it's in the section here, blue tab for the section. Background's always under content. There it is. Let's chuck a blue in there. Let's reset that. I use the default dark blue, which is fine. Let's merge it with an image. I'm going to go to the third one across, which is an image. We'll add a background image. A crazy looking office right there. That's fine. If you want to leave it like that, you can make it parallax or whatever you want to do. True parallax, it'll move at a slightly different rate than the foreground. Well, they've got what they call CSS parallax, also known as fixed background, whereas it'll stay exactly where it is. But I'm going to turn parallax off. I'm going to merge it with that blue that we put in there simply by rolling down a little bit. Background image blend. Let's multiply it with that. Perfect. And that'll do me. So let's make sure this is going to work on the front end. I'm going to save draft. And we'll preview. Here's the little grid demo we did yesterday with the flex. There's our new little team section. And that's pretty cool looking. We've got all our team members. We've got their emails. Little heading right here. I'm quite sure level 5, I guess, level 1. But you can delete any of these items if you don't want that on yours. And of course, we've got the link here. It'll take you to their profile page or that social media page, whatever link you decide to put in there. Very easy to do, very handy little things. And with the new group module and nested rows and things like that, it's coming increasingly easier to make tables and things. Before I go, let's just go back in here. Let's see what it's going to look like on tablet and mobile. At the moment, we've got it on desktop. That's okay. It's kind of dropped down into 2 columns, but it still looks quite tidy. I imagine it'll stack on mobile. Yeah, that's not too bad. It's all left aligned nicely. Perfect. Just wanted to check that out. So there you have it, guys. There's 7 free table designs from the folks over at Elegant Themes there. Really easy to add, as you can see. And don't forget, I'll put this URL down below. Just click on it. It'll take you to this page. You're going to have to put your email in unless you're signed into your account. But they're very good. They don't spam you or anything like that. So I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Don't forget, if you have any questions either about Divi 4 or Divi 5, obviously we've been working with the Divi 5 theme here today, but as I've mentioned in previous videos, this is still in the beta stage. They've got a release date of the 26th of February. We're in January at the moment, 2026, but the final release is coming out soon. All my clients, I'm keeping their sites on Divi 4 for the time being, probably until 5.01, 5.02. I don't like to gamble with any of my client sites, but I've made plenty of personal sites with Divi 5 here. I'm making these videos to try and get ahead of the game so that when I'm ready to pull the trigger, I know exactly what I'm doing. So once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.